Executioner has the green flag in hand over Terry Roach and Langley. We drop the hammer on heat race number 1 tonight here at Lone Star. Race on Texas on demand back at Lonestar Speedway. As we get ready to go, we drop the rag, they're on the gas. 1 by 2 by 2 by the 1 down the back straightaway. Your top 5 in the turn number 3. Here comes the Joker. Jason Tyner side by side for second. He makes some contact. Well, they don't call him the Joker for nothing. And he loses a few spots there. He's got some right rear quarter panel damage on the 1T of the Joker. Jason Tyner to the 3 wide for the 6th spot off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Rocky Kelly Lockie to the 2nd spot to the inside of Langley for the 2nd spot. Into turn number 3 off of turn number 4. The 4 of Terry Roach occupies the top spot. He's led the first 2 circuits here tonight in Kilgore. Into 1. Oh, baby. Langley got in there a little hot and heavy, and look at the run, diamonding off the corners. The P&W Sales Just Bates Performance IRP chassis number 14 of Lockie. Kelly Lockie out of Tyler, Texas. He wants to sit on the front row tonight in a bad way. He wants to go to victory lane. Hasn't won here at Lone Star yet in his career, but he has finished second here 5 times over the last 2 seasons. Lockie knocking to the inside for the race lead. Terry Roach, hello, I'm here. Terry Roach, he better go, and he's got to go now because Lockie trying to get some confidence back underneath the 14. He blew a power plant in his open wheel modified 2 weeks ago and had some bad luck at the 5,000 win Battle of Boot Hill last Saturday, but boy, does he look good tonight, and he'll slide right to the inside of Terry Roach. Hello and goodbye. Terry Roach, see you later, alligator, if you will. Into turn number 3, Kelly Lockie hooked up, digging like Daryl around the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody else looking like Michael. Watch what that is. Off of turn number 4, your race leader, it's Kelly Lockie at the line. Lockie at the line at 14, your race leader, looking awfully sporty tonight here at his home racetrack. Lockie looking to break into victory lane here in ABC Auto Parts, heat race number 1, as Terry Roach has the crosshairs dialed back to the back deck lid, and it's an uphill road from here because he just watched Lockley march right by as 2 laps to go. Roach still occupies a 2nd spot. All cars should go to the main of the battle. Is heating up for the 3rd spot. Here comes Billy Joe. Joe to the inside of the 44 of Langley for the 3rd spot. Door to door there. Who's going to grab the spot? This is the difference between starting 6th and 9th tonight. Major difference. The white flag is waving for your race leader, Kelly Lockie. Lockie off the exit of 2, already down the back straightaway with a half a straightaway advantage over Terry Roach. The battle still for 3rd. Into turn number 3, it's the 78 of Billy Joe Bruchin putting the pressure all over Howard Langley. Langley shuts the door. He says no, but Billy Joe says, I don't care. He looks to sidestep him off of 4. Langley turns down the challenge one more time, but you're a winner. Kelly Lockie tonight in 14. Outside of the 9B of Daryl Mosley. He picked up a win here last year, 9B, and Tracy Cundiff rounds out the field. The lights are out. We go green. Headed into 1 and 2. Jason Ingles going to get the whole shot here, Nick Robbins. And you said you talked to Jason a little bit earlier before the races. That's a man that just kind of exudes confidence when you talk to him, man. He sure knows how to wheel a race car.
Oh, very much so. Down there talking to him in the pits earlier, I mean, just smile on his face. Looks like he was here to win. Very serious, but very friendly, very approachable. And right now, showing him the way around Lone Star Speedway, Jason Ingles out front.
Jason Ingles did everything he could have done, Nick, last weekend to possibly win $5,000. Thursday night, NASCAR-style time trials at the 5,000 in Battle of Boot Hill. He comes in, he lays down a lap time of 16.176. Quick time by 3/10 of a second. He was the class of the field last weekend. And then he comes in, he was the only driver to win both of his heat races out of 58 cars that checked in to do battle. And coming to the green flag from the pole position, Jason Ingles does not make a lap in the 5,000 win main event, but he restarts dead last of the tail, comes all the way back up to 4th.
What a run at the $5,000 Battle of Boot Hill last weekend. I'll tell you what, Zach, looks like he's back with a vengeance here at Lone Star Speedway with about almost a straightaway advantage over 2nd spot there, man.
Well, the facts speak for themselves. He is the winningest driver. He and Denny Gabar share the winningest win total here since 2011 with 26 wins apiece here at the racetrack. They are bar none, and that is, of course, between both the limited modified and the open wheel modified ranks, but, you know, that's basically 13 apiece in the respective classes over the last 5 seasons. That is pretty remarkable.
Very much so, and the car very smooth through the corners. Looks like it's running right through where that rubber's starting to come around the racetrack, and it's just smooth, planted. It's a very calm cockpit. Jason Ingles really showing why he is one to beat here at Lone Star Speedway.
Yeah, I think he could race this racetrack blindfolded, really. There's no doubt about that. Of course, his, 3rd generation racer, he could date all the way back, to his grandfather, Ray Ingles, Papa Ray Ingles, to Doug Ingles, now the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer who was inducted in Florence, Kentucky in the battle for 2nd here off the exit at turn number 2. It's Charlton. Boy, Spud is up on the wheel tonight. That's a nice name. And he's
a good one.
He's no potato tonight, that's for dang sure. As Nate Gaines trying to put that wicked chassis all onto the inside and roast him, but he's not going to let it happen.
White flags out. About a quarter of a lap left for your leader, Jason Ingalls.
I've always wanted to say it and mean it, but the 9B, Daryl Mosley, he's digging like Daryl, really, literally. From 8th to 4th for Daryl Mosley, but already did in a face full of checkered flag. Your winner, racing Jason Ingalls in 12.
This is a heck of a race right there, Zach. I mean, racing Chase. Brad Welburn in the 17W inside row number 1 alongside Michael Spike Lang in the 14L. Green flag waves, and we are underway with a Sprint Car Bandit Series. Good jump off the outside for Michael Lang into turn number 1. Brad Welburn settles into that second spot. Junior Jenkins up the outside looking good in third spot. If he had a rear view mirror, it'd be full of John Carney. Carney down to the inside in turn number 3. Zach already slicing and dicing slider on lap number 1.
Oh, you got to love it. A slight job there through 3 and 4. Michael Spike Lang of the Palm Harbor Homes number 14 machine leads the way here down the back straightaway in Kilgore into turn number 3. Using the high side and all the momentum for the second spot off the exit of turn number 4, Nick Robbins.
Carney once again, Zach looking to the inside in turn number 3, trying to get around Brad Welborn for that runner-up position. Slides to the high side now in turn number 2. Ducks back down to the bottom, gets a good run down the backstretch. Welborn making that car as wide as he needs to. We're side by side through turn number 3.
Can you ask for any more than what you got right now? Door for the toss or for the second spot here in Kilgore and getting the advantage in the 1-2. Slight job in a 1 and 2. Can he clear him and cross him underneath? No, he won't. He can get the job done down the back straightaway, Nick.
Carney got it going down the backstretch into turn number 3. Brad Welborn just not able to close the gap and regain the position. Looks like Carney solidly into that second spot, but I tell you what, Zach, Michael Lang has laid the keys on the front desk and checked out, my brother.
Yeah, he's already hanging out at the Holiday Inn. He's got the keys on the counter. They've been there for about 30 minutes or so, and he is hooked up around the outside of the Lonestar Speedway, digging like Daryl here tonight. The Palm Harbor Homes car number 14 is checking out. He's gone, but I tell you what, it may not be too much longer. He may have company. As the stand of the hourglass got to run out, though. We'll see, but Carney is marching his way to the front. He's got the best car on the racetrack right now. Nick Robbins, 2 laps to go.
100% agree with you there, Zach. John Carney, the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Just a matter of 2 laps to go. We got lap traffic coming into play. Good golly, Miss Molly, this is getting fantastic.
This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Rub your hands together, scratch your head. I don't know what you got to do. But 1 lap to go this time by the flag stand, and lap traffic may pay dividends. Mike Lang, he'll split the first ones, and down the back straightaway, Nick Robbins takes us home. Will you see a slide job in the turn number 3?
John Carney's got one more shot at it, Zach, with Bruce Griffith in the way. I don't know what's going to happen. Checkered flag gonna wave. Was the leader, now the winner, Michael Lang with heat race number 1. Carney comes across the line in second. Looks like third spot. Good one, row number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There's the green flag, and we are underway. A good start for Larry Howery. Dustin Gates, though, a rocket out of the gate. Well, shoots right up to the outside of turn number 2, Zach Laird. Oh, nope. Looks like we're going to bring it back.
Yeah, to drop the hammer here in 3 and 4. Your flagman, judge, jury, and executioner has the green in hand. Nick Robbins, we get ready to go. 8 laps the distance. Here we go.
Green flag's back out. Take number 2 on heat race number 2, and it's a fantastic start for Dustin Gates right out of the proverbial gate, as they say. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Already a half straightaway advantage, Zach, over Gary Floyd.
Yeah, if he could, he'd throw his right hand out the window and wave bye-bye. And sit down and take a seat, everyone, if you will. He is
3 wide, nearly sorry to step on you there, Zach. We had 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Claude Estes gets underneath Larry Howard for that 4th spot, man.
It's fine. Step on my toes all you want. If it's for exciting racing action, I'm all for it, bud. And that's what you had right there. You got him door-to-door there for the 3rd spot, rolling the hub of the racetrack off the exit of turn number 4. Estes trying to make some gains coming to the front, but can't get the job done just yet.
I tell you what, Zach, it looks like the racetrack's starting to level out just a little bit. These guys, except for Dustin Gates, I mean, I say that he's in his own time zone right now, pretty much way out front. Claude Estes looking to the inside once again, trying to get underneath Johnny Miller for that 3rd spot. Not going to happen. The field a little bit strung out right now, but I tell you what, Dustin Gates, the man of this one, the class of this act for sure, got that right rear on the cushion, and he gone, Zach.
The reigning elite non-wing sprint car champion, Dustin Gates out of Houghton, Louisiana, or Dorling, Louisiana, if you will, and the Day Motorsports Superior Graphics number 6 machine, of course, has had an opportunity to drive for Griffith Truck and Equipment, some with the ASCS Gulf South Tour, some since the end of 2015, had some good runs down at Royal Purple and made his World of Outlaws debut earlier this year as well for that team. And then as a driver who has a lot of confidence right now, began his racing career at 13, 14 years old His father, Fast Freddie Gates, was a heck of a racer, and he still puts his fire suit on one leg at a time. He sees 2 laps to go.
That's right, Zach. Running right around the rim here at Lonestar Speedway, right above the black part of the racetrack. Dustin Gates, right about as close as you can get to the wall without being in it.
Yeah, you know, you live and you die by the cushion. And right now, Dustin Gates living by the cushion, and he swears that he won't die by it. He is hooked up, and he is digging, and he is gone.
Yes,
he could
sir.
coast to the checkered flag from here. Nick Robbins take us home.
Easily could do that, Zach. We come out of turn 4 for the final time. Dustin Gates going to have a face full of checkered flag right now. He'll take the win in heat race number 2. Gary Floyd going to come across the line in 2nd spot. 3rd spot will be Johnny Miller. 4th spot, Claude Estes.
Bruchin, who's got a lot of confidence fresh off a win last Saturday night at Timberline Speedway in Corley, Texas, as we go back on demand here on raceontexas.com. Door for the race leader to 1 and 2. Harris not giving any slack. They're 3 wide for the 3rd spot off the exit 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes the 16-year-old Clampett. Here comes the kid, Ty Clampett. He'll dive to the bottom. He gets loose there in 3 and 4. Look out, Ty. Ty got a little loose there. Z-Man Zach McMillan to go around. Oh, my goodness. What a move by Zach. Zach McMillan slid right up in front of the 11 and Larry no fears. And Larry, he can't have any fear after that. And Larry returns the favor to the inside. And Jason Eagles not able to make any grounds just yet. He's only picked up 1 car. He'll go right high side hustling into turn number 3 and live and die by the cushion. He'll diamond off the corner. That's what you call a diamond cutter. And down the front boulevard to the inside of the 16-year-old Ty Clampett. And they make some contact there. Contact between Ingalls and Clampett. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Billy Jack Brucher running away. The battle for 3rd right now. The battle is for 3rd. And almost losing the handle there through 3 and 4. He collected it. Ben Kettleman nearly lost the handle there. Here comes racing Jason. Jason to the inside, side by side for the 4th spot down the back straightaway. And here comes a slide job into turn number 3. Not much of a slider because, Jason's just that much faster. Kettleman didn't have the opportunity to turn back down underneath and check the throttle. So Ingalls from worst to 4th now. If we were going by passing points, boy, would he be sitting pretty. They're door-to-door back there for the 5th spot right now. 1 by 1, your top 4. As Billy Jack Bruchman setting a blistering pace around the outside of the Lonestar Speedway, looking to get his 2nd consecutive victory after last Saturday night going to victory lane at Timberline Speedway in Corley, Texas. He made a last lap pass on Dustin Tater High and a little bit of contact and some fireworks there in Victor Lane down at Timberline last Saturday night. And you'll see 2 laps to go this time by for Billy Jack. Jeff Harris still rides in the 2nd spot. The Moore Oil Service F&F transmission number 16X. Z-Man Zach McMillan to the Hughes chassis. P&W Sales 14 and 3rd. Racing Jason, and around goes Kettleman here at the top of turn number 2. And will we get a caution? Yes, this time by off of turn number 4. Green white checkered restart. Headed back into 1 and 2. Let's see if Ingalls can make some gains here. He'll go to the inside for the 3rd spot. Zach McMillan bobbles just a little bit. Larry Fears to the outside. He nearly gets the wall. A little bit of contact there with the 12 of racing Jason. Through 3 and 4. Jason all over the back deck lid of the white flag is out. The final trip around the Lonestar Speedway in your first Oklahoma modified heat. And Jason's going to go high side hustling and live and die by the cushion. He'll live by it and he won't die by it. He'll scream down the back straightaway, shoot out of a rifle, and blow the doors off the 16 of Jeff Harris for the 3rd spot. He's got 3rd. Comfortably in hand off of turn number 4. Your winner, Billy Jack Bruchin in 78. Zach McMillan, Max Eddie Thomas in 521, Jerry Jackson in 161, and Donnie I Have Powers in 6P. Out of Henderson, the lights are out. Here we go. We're going at it hot and heavy. Throw a blanket over there, 4 wide off the exit of turn number 3 down the back straightaway. Oh boy, look at Chad Minguez. Minguez is up on the loud pedal into turn number 3. Look out, Chad. Into turn number 3. You could throw a blanket over first through the entire field right now. Oh my, it's a log jam off of 4.
Zach, look at Max Eddie Thomas up around the outside. I'm sorry, buddy. Step on your toes one more time. To the lead at turn number 2.
Max Eddie, who went to the Heartbreak Hotel here in the stocking stuffer December 25th event last season, as he was coasting through 3 and 4 to perhaps go to Victor Lane and lost the motor, but he has been the class of the field. In the open wheel modified ranks, he and Chris Hennigan both have been on a tear this year, and Max Eddie Thomas, 6th to 1st on the opening lap and a half here in Kilgore tonight. Nick Robbins, what a display.
Man, wasting no time, getting all the way up to the front and not leaving any room for the Holy Spirit between the 82 machine and the wall in turn number 3. Zach, right up on the wall is Max Eddie Thomas.
Oh my, here comes Wes Armstrong. They're 3 wide for the 2nd spot of the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. I'll tell you what, hands up, hands go down. And props for the 84 of Minguez, and here comes a slider to the inside. Wes Armstrong says, I'm very strong, and my arms are getting tired trying to wrestle this second and third spot away. As now Ricky Ingles flirting with his ass to the outside. He's about to get a big run on the exit of turn number 2. He can't get the job done. He has to get on the binders. And now Donnie Powers to the back bumper to the 8. You got a logjam from second on back to 4th. This is the best performance the 84 has ever had in his racing career. Chad Minguez up on the throttle. Nick Robbins, what a race.
It is looking good. Zach right behind. We're way behind our leader, Max Eddie Thomas. Like you said, a logjam. Second through 5th. We are almost 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. They are slicing and dicing like sprint cars in your second heat race for open wheel modifieds.
Oh my. And then the 8, well, he'll throw a slider to the 84 of Chad Minguez there for the 4th spot finally. There on the exit of turn number 4. I think the 84 was quick enough to hold his line there for a while, but those guys got a little impatient. We're ready to get around in there. So 4th, it is Uncle Ricky Ingles, the 1996 Super Late Model champion. In the 6th, it'll be Donnie Powers, who came from worst to 3rd. 2nd, it'll be Wes Armstrong with a white flag displaying in front of the face of the Quinlan, Texas racer in 82. Max Eddie Thomas, who is down the back straightaway for the final time. I'm thinking that the 5 wants to finish in front of the 6, but I think 6 wants to come in 5 with the cautions out.
Looks like we've got one around.
We are underway in your 4-cylinder heat race, and boy, they're ready to go now.
A much better start that time for sure. Look at them
humming like a hummingbird in a 1 and 2, or purring like a kitten, either one. Door for second there, Nick Robbins.
Almost 3 wide, getting into the first turn after the green flag. Man, who says you can't win it on the first lap, right?
Right. Well, a lot of racers say that you got to kind of win these things on the first lap these days because you don't have a whole lot of time to hold back and wait. 8 laps of distance to get the job done. You got to go, and you got to go now. And I'd keep your eyes on that red number 14S, Mike Staples, who's been the staple in this particular division.
Boonch.
Yeah.
Well, making a move right now down the backstretch into turn number 3. Staples takes over that 5th spot.
Yeah, Cody Ackler getting disposed of there.
Looking good in the red and white number 14 machine.
And door there for the 3rd spot off the exit of turn number 2 is Lonnie Joe Petty in the 37.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Hello. Oh, what a save.
What a save.
Hey, Kyle Larson out there in a 4-cylinder. How do you like me now?
And here comes Staples taking over that 3rd spot, Zach. You were right, man, to watch. Making a move right now, getting around the number 37 machine for 3rd spot.
I didn't have a name for the 40. Is that the 43 out there, the one that got turned?
Yes.
Okay, well, what's interesting here is Lonnie Joe Petty. The last name's Petty. He gets into the 43, right? The irony here, right? Let's see if he returns the favor. Hello, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. Lonnie Joe Petty just gets the doors blown off there by the 43. I don't have the name of the driver to the 43 on the roster, but I would like to know who that is because he just told Lonnie Joe to sit down and take a seat.
If the radiator cap will fit, the rest of the car goes through right.
He said,
black flag.
Who?
Looks like on the 43.
No way. There wasn't that significant contact, right?
Saw a black flag wave.
No. Surely not. That was just a return of the favor for how you almost turned me into the back straight.
Oh, we've got 2 tangled up here in turn number 1 or turn number 2. The checker flag's going to wave.
Oh, boy. Here we go, and he has been bad fast as of late, won the last event. Inside of row number 3, it'll be Clayton Kloslow out of Henderson in 99X alongside Randy Buttery out of Kennedale, Texas. He's won quite a few factory stock main events at the Kennedale Speedway Park over the last several years, and they're going to slice and dice into 1 and 2 of the opening lap. And here comes the Jolly Rancher, Randy Robinson in B95. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway, and look out, the meat in the bun is Kloslow of the 99X. Randy Buttery. That's funny. You got the butter on the outside, and you got the meat in the bun, and then you got the Joker in the middle. They're on the bottom now. And they'll dispose of Kloslow into 1 and 2 and door for second. So it's Jeff Bates out front in 17X, and Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain looking to throw some seasoning on the 14 of Alex Bates for the 2nd spot. And around goes Randy Buttery into getting some contact. Oh, my. And they're still not off of each other. Tonight here in Kilgore. It's all Jeff Bates and the Jeff Bates Performance 14X out front here at Lonestar. But here comes Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain, who has been the class of the field, your feature race winner here at our last event. He's about to give a shot to the back bumper to the 17 of Bates for the top spot. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. They were momentarily. The Joker, Jason Tyner, had to get out of the throttle there just a little bit. And now the Jolly Rancher, Randy Robinson of the B95, all over the back door, knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth on the 14 of Bates for the 3rd spot. Hello, will you let me in? He says, hell no, I won't. I ain't got no candy. Get off my front porch, will you? And Pork Chop Chamberlain says, I got plenty of pork chops, though. And, well, he's been barbecuing the racing field all season long. And he'll go to the inside for the race lead. Here comes Chop. Chop to the inside for the race lead. Door-to-door with Jeff Bates. Jeff Bates, of course, builds his own power plants. He builds the power plant that happens to be underneath my brother's factory stock and quite a few other area very competitive factory stock racers. I believe Chris Hennigan has a Jeff Bates Performance factory stock power plant underneath the hood of his 16 car now. A lot of racers running Jeff Bates power plants, especially Donnie McBride Jr. And the battle for the race lead is heated up door-to-door down the back straightaway off the exit of 2. Side by side for the race lead into turn number 3 is Jeff Bates rolling the middle of the racetrack. Pork Chop right around the hub. You know what? Pork Chop is good up on the top. He's good in the middle. He's good on the bottom. He's good with the car. You think it won't go. Pork Chop Chamberlain has been undoubtedly the class of the factory stock division here at Kilgore, Texas for a season running and some. And next time by, it'll be 2 laps to go. What do you think, Nick? Do you think the driver named Pork Chop can get the job done? He's going to search all the real estate he can to do it. Will he do it? 2 to go.
I think Pork Chop's got 2 to go, and he's got plenty of time to make the move. The car looks smooth. The car looks planted anywhere he puts it on the racetrack. I tell you what, that's impressive with these big old asphalt, slick, pull-off tires, man. The way they just pitch these cars in there. The cars stick. They're stable, and Pork Chop looking to the inside, coming to the white flag, Zach.
I think Jeff Bates may have what it takes to hold him off for one more. But you know what? This is when Pork Chop usually pulls the trigger. He's pulled the trigger each and every lap in this one, but he shot a blank. Will he shoot a blank in the turn number 3? He'll pull to the back motor of the 17. He'll give him another run to the inside off the exit of turn number 4. They're going to drag race to the checkers. It'll be all Jeff Bates out of Tyler, Texas. Factory stock heat race number 1 represented by Day Motorsports. Second to go to Pork Chop. Just going to add to that. Imagine being on that asphalt pull-off slick tire when you get on the brakes. They're not as responsive, you know, when you get on, especially on a slick racetrack. But here we go. We're trying to go 3 wide into 1 and 2 on the opening circuit, and we are. How about it? Let's try to go 3 wide all the way through the rest of the field. Why not? Dylan Beasley splits the gap to the outside or to the inside of the 136 of Lindo, and they're doing it for second. How about it? Can the 16-year-old Lane Smith lead his first ever lap at Lonestar? Yes, he can. Lane Smith leads lap 1 in 1X. Oh, and around goes the 44 of Langley down the front boulevard. Wesley Langley. Oh, no, I didn't see that. What happened? Beasley, I see, got turned.
I'm going to have to tag on the end. Green flag's out.
He's going to have to hope for a caution. He's not a lap down.
That's true. Still racing for position, so hopefully Lane can gather it back up.
Good news is all cars will go to the A main tonight.
That is good news.
And that's not something that's typically the fashion here at the Speedways. We typically have around 40 factory stocks checked in, but several racetracks. And the guy I told you to keep your eyes on before this race started is knocking on the back door for the race lead of Michael Hale. He is giving he's giving Michael Hale hell. That's for sure. Justin Holt, the driver, the Black Flag King out of White Oak, Texas, has got a bad fast number 31 machine here tonight. And around goes third. Oh my, was that Colton Kraft? Colton Kraft loses the goose there in 3 and 4. He sets up a donut shop, and they'll be open for business here in a moment. As off of turn number 4, the green flag waves, we're backing away with your second factory stock heat race of the night. And how about it? It's Alan Lindo, like a window, up front in 136, rolling to the top spot in 136, off of 2 down the back straight with the Caterpillar car. I'll tell you, one thing you got to love, you got to respect about Alan. I have a lot of respect for Alan. He was running third here a few weeks ago, hit a rut, ended up bouncing out of the top 6. But Alan does not have any more than $2,000 in his entire program. He enjoys it. He enjoys the challenge to know that he comes out here. He'll tell you, I got junkyard parts. I get all my parts that are used. I don't spend hard. I mean, this guy works hard for what he does for a living, and he doesn't want to pour his whole entire paycheck into his race program, but he wants to come out here each and every Saturday night. He wants to have fun, and he wants to mix it up, and it's this gratifying. These kind of runs right here are what are gratifying for a driver like Alan Lindo out of Kilgore, Texas. If he can go to victory lane, or if he could ever find a main like come tonight, that'd be a driver that would cause an earthquake here at Lone Star.
I tell you what, Zach, Lindo leading it with 2 to go right now and looking pretty good out front.
Yeah, and you imagine if you throw him behind the wheel of an outlaw race car, something like that, what he's able to do with a race car that's far less expensive than a lot of his competitors.
Exactly. I mean, and nobody can do anything with him right now. As we come to 1 to go, Lindo really putting a car length between himself and second spot, looking good right now as we come into turn number 1.
The Caterpillar car, the 136 of Alan Lindo. Like I said, he rolled up to the top spot like a window, and here he comes in the 3. He's got a shot to the inside from Michael Hale. Hale's going to drift up the racetrack. He can't get the job done, and he might get some coming to the inside, but you're a winner of heat race number 2, Alan Lindo in 136. Well-deserved victory for Alan Lindo. Don't forget, folks, Palm Harbor, they're still open for business. Text Palm Harbor to 313131, and I'll call some more 4 digits, the phone numbers, but the lights are out. 20 laps the distance. We are ready to go and ready to play here at Lonestar Speedway tonight with Kelly Lucky looking to get his first win here at the Speedway, but getting that outside line of the jump into the advantage as they're 3 and 4 wide mid-pack. Oh my. It's a logjam back there. Some of them had to give. And Lucky back to the inside for the race lead to the inside of the 12 with Jason Ingles for the top spot. Chassis builder. Jason Ingles leads lap number 1, trying to hold off a charge from fellow chassis competitor Kelly Lucky. Kelly Lucky, he's finished second here multiple times, 5 times since 2015, and he definitely wants to get into victory lane tonight. He gets, and some contact. The 44 gets into Royce Jones. Finish off from, well, where he left off last weekend of the Battle of Boot Hill. He won everything that he could possibly win except for the $5,000. He won the Oval Wheel Modified main event last Saturday, and he's back on the loud pedal. I want to know if Kelly Lucky has anything up his tricky sleeve for him. Rocky Kelly Lucky in 14. He pulls away from the 29. They're 3 right down the back straightaway for the 3rd spot in the turn number 3. Something had to give. Terry Rose said, you know what? I'll get on the binders. And then he ends up, well, nearly getting into the wall, but playing a little conservative there. He said, I don't want to be the meat in the bun no longer. Y'all can have it, he said. I want to come back and fight another Saturday night. So door-to-door here, about for the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th spots. You got digging like Daryl Mosley in the 9B to the inside, and Nate Gaines there for the 4th spot in the 7W. As right here, mid-pack at the flag stand, you got Billy Joe Bruchin, who's working to the outside of the 8. That's Brian Holland. Ryan Holland, a former sprint car driver. He's raced limiteds. He's raced them all. Oh, and Billy Joe got in there hot and heavy and made heavy contact. Oh my goodness, and a head-on collision there in 3 and 4 for Danny Kilgore in the 11X. But Bobby Ruffin was scored the victor after running in the 3rd spot on the last lap. So anything can happen in these races. It's racing Jason Ingles, it's Kelly Lucky, it's Bud Charlton, Nate Gaines, Daryl Mosley. The lights are out, we're back underway. Is that on? Yeah. Back into 1 and 2. Racing Jason Ingles leads them. Door-to-door there for the 3rd spot off the exit of 2, and they're 3 wide for the 5th, 6th, 7th spots down the back straightaway. And we got the 8, Brian Holland losing some speed off the exit of 2. Can he get out of harm's way? It looks like he will, and he can. On the front boulevard we go, back into 1. It's racing Jason Ingles setting a torrid pace right around the outside. He's got a different approach and a different entry than the majority of these drivers that's keeping him out front like that. But this racetrack, like I said, he could run it blindfolded. He knows this racetrack as good as anybody, but the battle is for 3rd right now. They're 3 right for 3rd off the exit of turn number 4. And here he comes, digging like Daryl Mosley. Up to the 3rd spot of the 9B. Oh, Spud Charlton just lost it right in front of the field. Hard contact. 2-2, 3-2-2-2. Go see the Palm Harbor booth up there to the concourse, the top of turn number 4. You win a prize. Lights are out. It's racing Jason Ingles on the loud pedal. We're backing away. Here comes digging Daryl Mosley. Daryl's trying to dig to the inside of Kelly. Locking around goes Root. Oh my. You got a log jam and you got a Walmart and a Target parking lot. It's a different task. As we get ready to go, we drop the hammer off at turn number 4. We're back on our way. Can Kelly Lucky dethrone Ingles as Daryl Mosley got a good run to the outside? That not paying dividends for Lucky as he'll look to slide up in front of the 9B of Mosley. And nice restart by Kelly Lucky after it appeared that outside line was not going to pay dividends and the caution is out. 1 of the books, or almost in the books, and 4 to go. Lights are out. We are back underway here in Kilgore. It's racing Jason Ingles on the loud pedal and door-to-door in a 1 and 2. Lucky elected to take the outside that time, and will it pay the same amount of dividends? Well, Daryl Mosley evens away, but Lucky gets that screaming run and uses that outside line of the momentum to his advantage into turn number 3 to grab the 2nd spot once again. They're door-to-door for the 4th and 5th spots off the exit of turn number 4. Billy Joe Bruchin's putting his nose into the mix in car number 78. The 4 of Roach and the 7 and 8 Gaines. Nate making some gains. No pun intended. He is back up to the 6th spot after restarting at the tail. All right, now Jason Ingles loving what he sees. If he had a rear view, he'd like it because he is just skating away out front. Halfway down, halfway to go. Somehow we're only 10 in and 10 to go. And now Kelly Lockey is separated in 7. Here comes Billy Joe to the inside. Billy Joe Bruchin to the inside for the 3rd spot of Daryl Mosley. Daryl Mosley will surrender, and he'll fall back to the 4th spot. Terry Roach back to 5th. Nate Gaines 6th. And at the flag stand here, back into turn number 1, Kelly Lockey. I think he may, I don't want to be boastful, but I think he may have something for Jason here. I think Kelly's driving one of the best races he's driven all year long right now. He's trying to follow the tire tracks of the 12 of Jason Ingalls. Like I said, it's one thing to get there, and it's one thing to dethrone Ingalls. But the fact that Kelly has ran away from the remaining part of the field from 3rd on back, Billy Joe is starting to pick up some gains now, maybe on 2nd of Lockey. But Kelly is able to keep the 12 of Ingalls within striking distance. Recall, folks, just a few weeks ago, like I said, Denny Gabar out of Frankston, Texas, was smooth sailing up front, had no issues all night long. It's just me working. Of course, he was out front all night long, and coming around to the white flag there to the bottom of turn number 2, he pulled to the infield and he broke. And once again, JoJo Wilhelm was eventually scored the winner, but he was disqualified as well and handed over the win to the 3rd place driver. And I said that night, I said, boy, I bet Bobby Ruffin would have been going after Wilhelm harder for the race lead, but it ended up paying dividends for him anyway. Every position on the racetrack counts. So Billy Joe Bruchin has reeled in the 14 of Kelly Lockey off of 2 and down the back straightaway into 3. And you got a log jam there for 4th on back. A good race there with the pill of yellow cars. And 2 laps to go this time by for Racing Jason. 2 to go this time by for Racing Jason Ingalls. Racing Jason Ingalls down the back straightaway, 1.5 laps to go now. Scotty Thrifty Nichols is slow down the front straightaway. He'll try to get to the infield, and he will. No harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. This time by it's the white flag for Racing Jason Ingalls. Oh, we got hard contact. Terry Roach, the 7 and 8 gains on an IB of Daryl Mosley. The caution is out. Final 2 circuits here in this limited modified main event with 2 laps to go. And Lockey took a peek to the inside of the 12 of Jason Ingalls. Let him, hello, I am here. Down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Here comes Lockey. Lockey got a good run to the inside of turn number 3. And this time by the old faithful of white flag. Into 1 and 2. Lockey trying to throw the kitchen sink, and he comes up short for it. But down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. A face full of checkered flag, his 3rd win at Lonestar in 2016. Racing Jason Ingalls to victory lane.
Good win. Green flag waves in the Sprint Car Bandit feature. And just like that, Zach, we talked about it earlier, off the outside, Dustin Gates get off to a good start, but battling back on the inside, John Carney down the backstretch into turn number 3.
It's going to be interesting who gets the whole shot. Gates has got that outside line working to his advantage off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Give it to Dustin Gates in 6.
Looks like Dustin Gates carrying the momentum around the outside. John Carney all the way down, almost clipping a tractor tire. Gates slams the door as we go into turn number 1.
I'm telling you, Dustin Gates wants a win bad and in a hurry. Right here at Lonestar Speedway tonight, he's going to have to get it in a hurry because they're setting a blistering pace around the outside of the speedway. He'll drop to the bottom there, nicking the 1 and 2.
2 laps in the books. Dustin Gates still out front. Zach, you talked about riding the rim, going down to the bottom. Looks like Dustin Gates doing both. We've got 3 wide in turn number 2. Michael Lang making his way up through the field. Zach started 10th, already up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say the driver that's working the hub of the racetrack that's making gains right now is Michael Spike Lang in the Farm Harbor Homes number 14. They work to the inside, down the back straightaway, trying to take a fist spot into turn number 3, and he's got it! Now on the front straightaway, Dustin Gates leads another lap and puts it on the floorboard into 1. Claude Essex will rim right on the outside. Can he get that to come to fruition to get back to that top spot?
I tell you what, Zach, looks like John Carney closing the gap. He's gone high, wide, and handsome as well with your leader, Dustin Gates. The gap not very small, but it's getting smaller lap by lap by lap as John Carney riding the rim all the way around Lonestar Speedway.
Yeah, the interesting part, Dustin Gates is running the outside through 3 and 4. He waits on that big screaming run off the 4, down the front straightaway. He'll dive to the bottom into 1 and 2, trying to find the quickest way around the racetrack. This time he has to go to the high side. He has no choice. Lap traffic up ahead of him, and now Carney is cutting the gap closer and closer each and every lap. Meticulously working into a race lead here. Nick Robbins trying to reel him in for the top spot.
Like you said there, Zach, reeling him in as we got lap traffic coming into play. That's the 1-7 machine of Bruce Griffith. Looks like both our top cars get around, but the gap much, much smaller now. Carney wants to get around the high side, closes the gap down the backstretch, Zach, with a good run in the turn number 3.
Dustin's going to need somebody, a crewman, somebody to tell him that, hey, you need to come up a line. And diving back to the bottom into 1 and 2 again. This is where Carney is going to make his gain right here. Nick Robbins as it comes off the exit of turn number 2.
Carney on the high side, Zach Tice down to the bottom in turn number 3. Put the slide job on Dustin Gates. Takes the lead going into turn 3. Smacks the wall.
How do you like me now? He says, I don't like the wall too much. And Dustin Gates says, I'll retake the lead. And they fight through lap traffic now. Girl for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2 side by side. Dustin Gates reclaims the top spot. And he looks to never relinquish it again. He'll have to change up his driving style. Like I said, he's been down to the bottom, Nick. Will he change it up? That's when Carney made those big gains to get to the outside, and he still does it in 1 and 2.
Zach, once again, down to the bottom goes Dustin Gates. You got to think maybe John Carney's car hurt just a little bit. The Jacobs ladder might be been a big, hard smack on the right side in turn number 3.
It's going to show how good that car worked and the big run he got down the back straightaway off the 2 into 3. He just couldn't get the car loaded up and heavy lap traffic up ahead. A 1 lap car. It'll be Dustin Gates to split him down the back straightaway to the inside into turn number 3. He'll put the slider on the lap traffic. And now here comes Carney. That'll kill the momentum for your race leader. Dustin Gates off of 4. And Carney's going to close the gap again into 1 and 2. We're down to 2.5 car lengths now, Nick Robbins.
Like you said, Zach, going into turn number 1. Carney once again on the high side of the racetrack. Dustin Gates down to the bottom. Good run down the back stretch for Carney. Now we swap lines. Gates to the bottom. Carney up top. Coming out of 4. Who's it going to be?
Oh, give it to Carney at the line.
Golly, once again.
Carney with the race lead there. But here comes Dustin Gates. He'll slide right to the inside, right through lap traffic. You got a Danny. High 5, brother. Right here in the middle of the loop. High 5, and Dustin Gates with the top spot. He'll slide him in front of the lap traffic. Carney rolling the hub right off the exit of turn number 4. You got a burner here tonight with the sprint car bandits here at Lone Star.
Slide Job City, we talked earlier. It's quality over quantity tonight with the sprint car bandit series 12 cars in small field. But I tell you what, brother, we got a good battle going on for the top spot.
No doubt about it. These 2 shoes could have checked in and they could have put on this show, and I'd have been just as excited as I am right now. But lap traffic is going to pay dividends. Oh, we got one upside down, hard on the back straightaway off the exit of 2. Hard flip off the exit of 2. Hard to tell exactly who that was. Can he hold off John Carney? He's held off everything he's thrown at him to this point.
We'll see Zach 14 laps complete, 11 to go, and just off the bat, just like that, Dustin Gates goes down to the bottom. Here comes John Carney on the inside. Slide job once again. Not going to have him cleared, Zach.
Dustin Gates threading it on the outside, getting just enough real estate to go by, and that is sportsmanship shown by John Carney. Carney leaving him just enough real estate to get by on the outside, and look at this move he got down into turn number 3.
Man, that's experience like that right there. Anytime you pitch that thing down to the bottom of the corner like that and throw a slider, you don't know where your guy is. You just got to give him enough room and trust that he gives you the same amount of respect. That is classy driving right there by both those guys.
Once again, he's about to get a big run into turn number 3 and pull in the back deck lid of the 6 of Dustin Gates. The hot Louisiana hot shoe off of turn number 4. Dustin Gates still your leader. Down the front straightaway, he'll dive back to the bottom into 1 and 2. And here comes Carney. He's going to rim around to the outside. And this is when he's about to get a rear view full of John Carney into turn number 3. It's about to heat up for the top spot again here, Nick Robbins.
Zach, here we go. Out of turn number 4, still Dustin Gates out front, about 3 or 4 car lengths between himself and John Carney. Gates once again at the bottom of the racetrack. I tell you what, I don't know if the tires are sealing up. John Carney just not getting the run out of turn 2 like he was before the red, Zach.
He's slowly but surely picking up a 10th or 2 every single lap. He got a little high, wide, and handsome that time off the exit of turn number 4, and Gates separated himself by about a half a car length. But can he pick it up here off the exit of turn number 2? He's looking for that big swooping run and all the momentum from the high side. And Gates is going to go to the high side through 3 and 4. Let's see if he elects to dive back to the bottom again in 1 and 2. That seemed to have killed his momentum earlier in the race, but right now it's paying dividends for him. The lap traffic may come into play again here, Nick, as we go at it hot and heavy.
I see 5 to go from our judge and jury there on the flag stand, Zach. But I tell you what, I think the track might be going away from John Carney just a little bit. He smacked the wall last lap coming out of turn 4, and I think the race car is either fading or the racetrack is fading. But it looks like your leader.
I think he's got plenty up there to grip, and Michael Spike Lane is running his way up to 3rd. So dead last to 3rd. I think there's plenty of racetrack up there and to hold on to. Like I say, he's dying by the cushion tonight. Gates is living by the cushion in 3 and 4, but he's got him to the bottom in the 1 and 2, and he's hoping that Carney doesn't get that big run that he's found like he's got right now in the turn number 3. He's going to pull within a car length and a half. Nick Robbins, here we go. This time by the flag stand, it'll be 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go from the flag stand, Zach. Like you said, lap traffic definitely a factor now.
Oh, boy.
Dustin Gates has to get off of his comfortable line. Here comes Carney on the backstretch.
I'm going to hold your shoulder as we go into 3 side by side for the race lead. Slide job. Slide job through lap traffic. Oh, and he makes contact. And Dustin Gates gets by. How does that happen? Oh, my. Go, race fans. Who's it going to be? Will it be the hot Louisiana racer or Michael Spike Lane to get the job done? It's going to be up to Dustin Gates to put his foot through the floorboard. Nick Robbins, we're back in the lane. A good restart by the 14 of Spike Lane. Here we go.
Green flag is out, like you said, Zach. Michael Spike Lane diving down to the bottom, getting a good restart, but Dustin Gates just quick out of the hole, man. Down the backstretch into turn number 3, going to be looking at the white flag this time by.
Dustin Gates appears that he has a clear enough advantage up front and a comfortable enough cushion that he can cruise to victory. But Spike Lane has a fast enough race car as Dustin dives back to the bottom into 1 and 2. Final time down the back straightaway. Nick Robbins, bring us home, buddy. What a race.
Looks like Dustin Gates going to hold him off. Zach led all 25. Taking it out of 4. Face full of checkered flag. Dustin Gates out of Hot Louisiana with the win. Michael Lane will come across in second. Claude Estes will be third. Brad Wilburn fourth. And
Donnie McBride Jr. starting near the tail. Kate Eddie Kyle Taylor as well. Chad Minguez in 84. The lights are out. Billy Jack Bruchin on the loud pedal of the Gladewater Texan after his win last Saturday night at the Timberline Speedway. Going to 1 and 2. Who's going to get the whole shot? Max Eddie Thomas around the outside. And here comes Wes Armstrong, the Marshall Texan. Door to door. They're 2 by 2 by 1 by 2 by 1. Down the back straight away in the turn number 3. For the race lead. 3 and 4. And Wes Armstrong got hot and heavy. Got up there and scraped the spoiler and the right side quarter panel into the retaining wall. Billy Jack not showing any mercy. He'll go to the inside for the race lead, and he's got it! Down the back straightaway, Billy Jack giving the race lead over Max Eddie. Max Eddie Thomas says, not so fast though, Billy Jack, and here comes Racing Jason. Racing Jason Ingles to the inside of the 5 of Wes Armstrong for the 3rd spot, and he's not got it yet. Can't get the job done. Wes pitches him down, holding it safe. And how about Billy Jack Bruchin rolls in tonight to one of his home racetracks with a head of steam. With a head of steam and a lot of confidence, and he slides up for the race lead in the 3-4, and a slight job by Ingles. A slider, a pair of them in turns 3 and 4, and here goes Max Eddie right back to the inside for the race leader in the 1 and 2. At Jason Trotman Enterprises, 82 machine, the Quinlan Texan, who's got many wins at the Devil's Bowl Speedway over Mesquite, many times in his career, and he has been hot. He's been boiling hot here at the Lonestar Speedway since 2015. Been all Chris Hennigan though here this year. Chris Hennigan has the most wins in the Gilmore Modified ranks for this racetrack this season. And I'm sure he elected to take the night off as they're still third off for the race lead off the exit of 2. Midpoint down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3. Jason Ingles is crushing that lead duo. Sam Haverty has prepared a nice Lonestar Speedway tonight, baby. And you've got a barn burner tonight. You had a barn burner sprint car race, and you got a barn burner shaping up for the mods. Throw Jason Ingles hat into the ring as they're about to throw haymakers like Ali and Joe Frazier in this one. They're 3 wide for the race lead in the 3 and 4. Oh my. Billy Jack Bruchin wants nothing of it though. He'll skate away about 2.5 car lengths into 1. Ingles now over the back over to the Quinlan Texan Max Eddie. And he'll slide up. They'll open up the door to the bottom of the hull of the exit 2. And here comes Jason. Door to door for second. Down the back straightaway, side by side in the turn number 3. Ingles using the hub. Right through the middle is Max Eddie. Armstrong is faded back to 4th. And here comes Zach McMillan to 5th. Down the front straightaway. We've got a 4-car length advantage now as the caution is out. The caution. We get ready to drop the hammer and go back green. The lights are out. We're underway. Mr. Robert Adams drops the green flag over the field, and Billy Jack Bruchin has led every lap to this point. He's held off the challenge his local challenge, and here comes Racing Jason to the outside. And it's getting hot heavy about mid-pack there. It's a log jam. So here comes Jason. Jason trying to sweep the weekend tonight. He nearly did it last weekend for $5,000. Also winning the Overworld Modified main event at the Boothill Speedway, the track he's promoted the last 2 years. And he'll go to the inside of Billy Jack for the race lead. Billy Jack turns down the challenge. He says no. Down the back straightaway. Door to door for the top spot here in Kilgore. And the 12 and the 78 are going at it hot and heavy door to door. And Billy Jack got a little loose there in 3-4. He straightens it back out though. Still side by side for the race lead. What more do you want, race fans? Oh my goodness. 2 consecutive barn burner events here at Lonestar tonight. Boy, I'm glad I came down I-20 tonight. What a race. Into turn number 3. Jason Ingles going to throw a slide job on Billy Jack. Billy Jack's going to go to the outside. Billy Jack can't cross underneath and he can't keep that car and the momentum on the outside. Ingles has a fast TTS powered IRP chassis hot rod tonight. We got an IRP out front, the owner and chassis builder of IRP race cars out of Hallsville, Texas, Racing Jason Ingles looking to sweep the weekend. Like I said, he could have done it at Boothill last week, but he pulled out on the pole of the 5,000 Unlimited Modified A main right after he won the Gilmore Modified main at Boothill. Like I said, the first time. Oh, and Billy Jack just lost it right in front of the 52. Or the 82 rather, of the Quinlan Texan Max Eddie Thomas. So that great run ends nearly in heartbreak for the 78 of Billy Jack Bruchin. The caution is out. It looks like debris on the front. Time sure is flying by. But it'll be up to Racing Jason to smash on the lap pedal, and he will off of 4. We're back underway. second momentarily. Billy Jack to the inside for second, and they're trying to go to 3 wide. Here comes McMillan. They're 3 wide all the way at the tail as well. You need 4 or 5 eyeballs to find all the action right now, and they're going to fade out and go 3 different lanes wide off the exit of turn number 2 for the second spot off of turn number 4. Zach McMillan, 14 cars come on, and here comes, oh my, Donnie Superpowers. Oh, look out, Donnie. Donnie Powers just got slid right up in front of the nose by the 78 of Billy Jack Buchan. I don't think Billy Jack knew that he was coming that quick and fast in a hurry, but he closed that gap quick, and he made just a little bit of slight contact. No harm, no foul. He stayed clean and green. Down the front straightaway, Billy Jack got a big run to the outside of the 14, and he'll still hold on to third. Now, does Max Eddy have something for Jason Ingles? Because he's got clear track, something that he has not had since the very start of this race. He's not had a clean track to be able to set sail and try to run his own line and to find some road space to find the quickest lane around the racetrack. And to be honest with you, it looks like he's picking up a little bit of slack on the 12 of Ingles. As now McMillan, the 2013 PWCL Super Late Model Rookie of the Year, goes to third. He's in a huge chassis. Got that iron beat out front. Now, I'll be honest, I'm pretty usually very up to date on all the chassis brands, but I'm not sure what Max Eddy's in tonight. I'm looking to find out after the race. I didn't get a chance to talk with Max Eddy. Of course, he's been behind the wheel of Randy Cook with a car for the majority of all of his wins here in Kilgore. But not 100% sure exactly what kind of chassis that Max Eddy's in tonight. So we got to ride it. I'll admit it. It's okay. And a huge chassis in the third spot with Zach McMillan. You got the Hughes of the 78 of Billy Jack, the GRT for the 6 of Donnie Powers, the Cam chassis in the 5 of Wes Armstrong. Now to it. Time by. Jason Ingles. Comfortably up front here at his home racetrack is coming around LZ. 2 to go this time by for flagging Robert Adams. Ingles back to the bottom of 1 and 2. Setting sail around the Lonestar Speedway, but I tell you what, Max Eddy is there. It looked like he picked up some gains there through 1 and 2 on him. Ingles, all your top 3 just meticulously rolling the hub of the racetrack, and this time by, it'll be the white flag. It'll be the final trip around Lonestar Speedway to double up and sweep the night here in Kilgore. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Jason Ingles has swept the limiteds and the mods 6 times since 2012. And off of turn number 4 for the 7th time since 2012. He'll sweep the weekend. Racing Jason Ingles, your open wheel modified and limited modified. The opening circuit. The opening circuit of your 4-cylinder A-main event. Yeah, Brian Franklin out of Flint, Texas in the 19 machine, Lonnie Joe Petty in 37, Rosie Maldonado out of Kilgore, the 12 of Daniel Washburn, Caleb Stewart in 17, Cody Ackler in 93K, and 14S of Mike Staples. Mike Staples trying to march to the top spot here down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. All over the black deck lid of the bumper down the front straightaway for the top spot. It's Daniel Washburn, your race leader right now here at Lonestar in your 4-cylinder main event. And Mike Staples has been the staple in this class and been the one that has set the pace and been up front week in and week out. But right now, look out down the back straightaway, Lonnie Joe Petty saving it like Richard Petty, or more like Kyle Petty. I don't know. And I still yet to find a name on the 43. That might be Richard himself. I doubt it, of course. Yeah, he's the one that unfortunately got the black flag earlier after making some contact there. But you got a battle for the race lead, folks. What more do you want? 4-cylinders trying to put on a good show here. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen until the checkered flag waves. Of course, factory stock's coming up next, and you know that's going to be a dandy. Off of turn number 4. Down the front boulevard, the 12 still up front. Daniel Washburn. Washburn, your leader, being stalked and hawked by the 14 of Mike Staples. Staples not letting him out of his crosshairs. He's pulled the trigger several times, but he shot several blanks as well. He won't shoot a blank that time. He'll shoot right to the back bumper of Washburn. Let's see if he pulls the trigger again off of 2 and down the back straightaway. As you see, Staples goes high, wide, and handsome off of 2 as these front-wheel drive cars tend to want to push very bad. And you get up there on that really extreme high side. Watch this big run that Staples gets off of 4 right here, folks. Watch. Look at that. He's got that outside rolling at all the RPMs on that machine, and now we got a caution out on the racetrack. One comes to a halt. Put on here, and the factory stocks will try to do the same coming up. As it's been all Daniel Washburn in the 12, but here comes that 43 and that petty 43. But they're 3 wide for second off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And look at this, Mike Staples. He phased the 4th on the restart. Oh my! Door to door for the second spot. Hey. Mark Crawley is in the 43, who was not on the heat race lineup earlier. The white flag's out, and he's about to make a last lap move. We've seen plenty of great racing tonight until the final time. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, who's going to get it? Daniel Washburn's led every lap, but the 43 is going to dive to the inside. They're going to drag race to the checkers. He comes down to protect Daniel Washburn, your 4-cylinder winner tonight. Going green right here through 3 and 4. It's Jeff Bates and Alan Lindo on the front row. 17X and 136. The loud pedal is smashed on by your pole sitter Bates as we hit them off into 1 and 2 for the first time in this 20-lap affair here in Kilgore. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 1 by 2 by 3. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide for the 3rd spot momentarily. Justin Holt splitting the gap. Justin Holt will split the gap and he'll slide right up in front of Michael Hale for the 4th spot. Justin Holt already trying to make a march to the front. Holt wants a win in a bad way at any racetrack, but he'd love to get one right here with his mom in the house and probably his dad in the grandstand. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Lindo holds him off for right now and sidesteps him, puts him in the hip pocket through 3 and 4, door to door, trying to be door to door for the top spot, but Jeff Bates turns down the challenge from Pork Chop right now. He says, no, sir. Jeff Bates, 17X car, leads him into 1 and 2. Jeff Bates trying to break into Lonestar Speedway victory lane for the first time in quite some time. Jeff Bates, like I said, built a lot of the power plants that are underneath the hood of a lot of these factory stock races, but doesn't get to climb behind the wheel too often. This car formerly owned by Donnie McBride Sr. Donnie McBride Sr. car used to have a 3 alongside it. Whereas McBride Jr., the former Armadillo Nationals champion, Jeff Bates' performance in his car when he won that big event 3 years ago. But it's Jeff Bates up front, setting the pace here at Lonestar, his home racetrack, looking good, as smooth as silk right now, holding off the best factory stock driver in the business, right here at Lonestar. Pork Chop into Chamberlain. Chamberlain started 22nd in the Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship last May, and drove his way all the way up to a 10th place finish. He passed the most cars, got the hard charger, and he has found the fast lane around Lonestar Speedway. He has, like I said, for 2 years running now. He's had several challengers. He's got drivers that have dethroned him, but none as consistent as Chop. As Pork Chop Jim Chamberlain has track championships in his career at the Lubbock Speedway. And he gives a shot there on the front rear wheel of the 17 next to Jeff Bates. And Justin Holtz closed the gap. Justin Holtz says, would you please get into him, 17X, or would you please get into him, Pork Chop? Because when you do, I'm going to go right by. But I tell you what, Justin Holt may have a better car right now than Pork Chop, and wouldn't that be something? Justin Holt is a hungry driver to get into victory lane. I was going to call him a hippo, but he's a big guy, and he might not take that the right way. But either way, he's a hungry hippo, and he wants to get into victory lane. He's one driver you don't want to piss off behind the wheel, that's for sure, and that's why we call him the Black Flag King. He doesn't take much slack. And he doesn't have much slack in between himself right now in the race lead. Here comes Chop. Chop gets a good run down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He took a peek to the inside of the 17X of Jeff Bates, and now the battle's for 4th as well. You got an outstanding race here for the top spot. Chamberlain, he's tried lanes high. He's tried them low. Searching the real estate. I often talk about this. Pork Chop, he's never complacent. He never quits searching. A lot like I speak about Justin Whitehead at various racetracks over the Arklatex region. Whitehead never quits searching. Like racers like Derek Grigsby and so on and so forth. They just never quit. Jason Ingles just proved it in the Open World Modified feature and the Limited Modified feature. But they're... off of 4. Here we go. Back underway. We're 3 wide. Look at Justin Holt going to slide up for the race lead. And here comes the 70 of Pork Chop that was inside. Oh my goodness gracious, what a restart. And Chop's going to go to the inside and make contact with Holt. And Justin Holt goes around running. Oh no. Oh no. The hammer off of turn number 4. Does Pork Chop have, well, we know he has something, but can he get around? Bates has made that car very, very wide in the majority of this race. And Justin Holt, unfortunately, out of the running in this one. Well, actually, Justin Holt's back on the racetrack in 31, and he might be driving pissed off back to the front, but the time is going to run out for him. In the 3 and 4. Next time by, it should be... Okay, halfway down, halfway to go. We still got plenty of time. I thought we were getting down to the nitty-gritty here. 2, 3, and 4. Jeff Bates still holds on to the race lead there in the 17X over Pork Chop. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this exact picture. But this time it's with a different driver out front. Tonight it happens to be Jeff Bates holding off the hard-charging Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain, the Jacksonville, Texas racer. He's got that AMS power plant. Michael and Lisa Jones Motorsports number 70 working good. And here he comes with that power move off of turn number 4. Will Bates leaving enough room? No, he won't shut the door. He will slam the door shut down the boulevard and into turn number 1. Jeff Bates driving a purely flawless race tonight. And Justin Holton, 31, is now officially off the pace. And, well, he's ticked. And rightfully so. 2, 3, and 4. Roll on the outside. Here comes Chop. He wants it. He'll pull to the back motor of the 17 and push him into 1 and 2. Pork Chop Chamberlain trying to go back-to-back here at the Speedway, and he is knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth right now. Or as I'd like to say, it's tighter than the top string on a Texas fiddle. Let's see how many analogies I can use. 2, 3, and 4, and off of turn number 4. Jeff Bates holding right to the center of the racetrack. And Pork Chop Chamberlain running the lane a little bit higher than he is, but he loses ground that time off the exit 2 and into turn number 3. Will tonight be the night that Pork Chop gets dethroned? He has to settle for the bridesmaid spot. 5 laps to go this time, and Pork Chop is there. Pork Chop, he'll go to a lane a little bit lower, the caution's back out. Goodness gracious. Sleeping. They're sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. No, they should have stalled it because, I mean, what are they doing? I'm kidding, guys. Here we go, though. The lights are out, and it's Jeff Bates trying to hold off a challenge from Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain. Here we go. Oh, and there's some contact. Some contact there on the restart. Into 1. Alan Lindo trying to hold on. And Randy Buttery goes to his outside. Into turn number 3. Here comes Buttery. Buttery wants to the inside of the 70 of Chamberlain now. Hey, does Buttery have the best car on the racetrack right now? I don't know. But next time by, it should be 3 laps to go. Into 1 and 2. Side by side for second off the exit of turn number 2. And how about it? Pork Chop said, I didn't really want any company. I wanted to solely focus on the 17. And Buttery, you're messing my game plan up. And Buttery says, I don't care. Off of turn number 4. Not holding the bay for the time being, Buttery. Bates back to third. Here comes Chamberlain to the inside. Chamberlain drove it in deep into 1 and 2. You got a race here tonight at Lone Star. Each and every A-main have been worth the price of admission. Into 3. Chamberlain rolling the hub. Looking for that 17 to step out from underneath him, but he's yet to do it. 2 laps to go this time by at Lone Star in your final A-main of the night. Who's it gonna be? How about Randy Buttery, race fans? Randy Buttery in the 06. He says, would y'all please just crash out and let me go to victory lane? Alan Lindow said the same. The top 3, would y'all just go home and let me go to victory lane? Off of turn number 4, side by side for a second, and a face full of white flag for Jeff Bates. And look at Buttery. Buttery crosses underneath in front of the 70 of Pork Chop. Doing a roll for the race lead. Side by side for the race lead down the back straightaway for the final time. Randy Buttery trying to come up to East Texas to take their lunch money tonight. Jeff Bates holding strong right to the center of the racetrack. Drag racing to the checkers. Jeff Bates leads all 20 tonight in a barn burner at Lone Star.